Hey YouTube, how are we doing? Welcome back to my channel. I am Tommy and today I'm going to be showing you a great little device for your Triumph bobber. Now, as you may remember, if you've been with me for a while, on my Honda CB125F I had to make up a quad lock setting so that I could have my phone and use sat nav if I needed on the handlebars of my bike, and it was quite a mission getting it so it was in just the right place where I wanted it, because I can't stand these like mounts where it's all up here and all over here and hanging off mirrors and all that kind of stuff. I like it to be discreet in the center of the handlebars, and basically there are a couple of options with regards to this kind of thing for a Triumph bobber, one of which is a Thornton 100. You can get a handlebar bracket or clamp basically that fits in place of your standard Triumph one, and that will allow you to put your quad lock system on there. But they're not cheap, are they? Anything Thornton 100 is brilliant quality, but not the most economical product out there if you're on a little bit of a budget. Now, being myself on the Isle of Wight here, I know where I'm going most of the time, so I don't want a permanent mount on my bike. So I was grooving on Facebook and I came across this myself. No one's approached me about this, and in fact I've actually paid for this product myself, so it's not a sponsored video either. I was grooving about on Facebook and I found this great little bracket that someone has made for the Triumph bobber, and they go by the name of GG Components. Basically what they've got, a little business where they make various brackets for different bikes, which basically allow you to fit your quad lock mount onto the bike without having all these extended poles and stuff coming out all over the place. They bolt directly onto the handlebar clamp on your bike, so it's a fantastic idea. When I saw this I thought, you know what, that's just what I need. I can bang it on and off the bike in a couple of minutes just by undoing a couple of bolts. So I purchased one of these and the grand total came to £29.99. There is different options. You can go with like the quad lock, where it's actually a generic, I believe. I don't think it's actually a quad lock branded one. Like the little latch which allows you to release your phone off of the handlebars, and also you can buy a vibration damper or dampener again from their website, which I don't think again is a quad lock genuine one, but I've got those bits already from some previous projects and also off my Honda, so I'm going to bang those on there and show you a couple of little setups you can do. But it's a fantastic little, it's tiny and it's so discreet, and that's what I love about it, because even if I do leave it on the bike, it's not got massive blue bits hanging off it, poles here and there everywhere. So yeah, initial thoughts, very nice little bit of kit. It's actually made of metal, the bracket. It's got like, it appears to be 3D printed parts for the actual quad lock clamp on there, with a brass collet to take the bolt from the quad lock piece, the dampener just there, and a couple of looks like stainless steel bolts and Allen nuts, bolts, whatever, you know what I mean. Anyway, it is nicely made bit of kit. So I'm going to show you where it fits on the bike and get to it and show you how easy it is to fit. I hope it's easy. It looks easy. Okay, so here we are at the business end of my Triumph bobber, and basically the idea is that this little bracket collects onto this handlebar clamp just here via the bolts. There are new bolts applied with the actual bracket as it happens, and some spacers because it needs to sit flush with the lower surface of this little mount just here, or the bracket just here. So what we need to do is undo these bolts. I've had a look on the internet and the closest I can find for a torque spec for these bolts is 8.5 Newton meters. So I'm going to get my Allen key set out. I've pre-loosened these anyway, so I'm going to just whip these off and then offer up the clamp and see how it works. Okay, now we've got those little bolts out just here on the handlebars. It's worth pointing out, because these are still tightened up at the top just here, you still can't move your handlebars unless you use excessive force, so it will keep your handlebars in the correct position for you. And then what we need to do is just offer this up, and you can see it lines up perfectly there. Now in the kit, from GG Components. It basically comes with a longer Allen bolt and some spacers here, just to bring, once this is inside, once you put these little bolts, these washers inside here, it brings the clamp basically up to the same level right as the bottom of this, because it's sort of a tapered sort of shape. Don't know how to describe it really. Anyway, the washers, I'm guessing the idea is to bring it level with the bottom here, so it all sits flush and you can tighten the bolts all up straight afterwards and get it on there. So the original bolts, don't know if I mentioned, that's the original bolts. There's no washers or anything on those. It's just a straight up Allen bolt. So I'm going to go ahead and put these little bolts in there and just check that they marry up with the bottom or the top of this little ridge just here. So let's get on with that. So you can see there's one thicker little washer just there, and also two thinner ones. So these look as if they've been padded out just to make them exactly the right height. So I'm going to pop those in there. Careful not to drop them on the floor. And I can feel with my finger now that that is basically exactly at the same height level that we need it. So the mount will fit on nicely. So I'm going to do the other side and then whip these on. Okay, I've got my torque wrench, so let's get these finger tight, and then I will get that tightened up to 8.5 Newton meters after I put the bracket on, of course. That would help. Excellent. That is all done up nice and tight to the designated torque settings. So, as far as I'm concerned, and for my knees, there are a couple of options which I've got available to me. Check that's doing a proper focus. There you go, lovely. Always recommended if you are using a quad lock system on your motorcycle, use the vibration damper. This is a genuine quad lock, but you can get them from the GG Components website if you're not fussed about having a quad lock branded one. But this basically takes the little shocks out of the like road bumps and all that kind of thing, and just will protect the lens in your camera, because actually the vibration can fry your camera lens, so your camera no longer works properly on your phone. So it's definitely worth spending a few quid on something like that. So that will basically fit up onto there. The other option, with regards to actually mounting your camera onto your phone onto the bike, you've got a little latch here. This again is a genuine quad lock one, but you can get generic ones of these, and basically that allows you to quickly pop off the, that popped off already, but that allows you basically just quickly pop your phone off of your bike when you're going into a cafe or anything like that. And I'll just pick that up off the floor and I'll be back with the other option. Okay, the other option is this, which is a charging mount basically for a quad lock. I use this on my CB125F and it is a great bit of kit, but because I don't really use the sat-nav so much, I don't want to have this bulky piece on the bike at all times. So I'm not going to use that. When I venture onto the mainland and go and do some stuff over there, and I might need a little bit of waterproofness, is that a word? Might need it to be a bit more waterproof, and also I can bang in the power socket in there and run it, not permanently off the bike because I've got no need to do that since I'll be using it so infrequently, but I can bung a power bank in my pocket and run it off of that, and it's all got the waterproof connection, so it should maintain its water tightness. Excellent. So I'm not going to bang that on there today because I don't need that, but I might put it on there just for demonstration purposes. I'm going to stick with this because that's all I need for today. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you how easy it is. So I've got my little quick release latch just here, and basically this pops onto here. You've got like a 3D printed knurled kind of like locator just on here, which interacts with the back of the quad lock piece just here. I believe you can have this at any angle you like, but just for symmetry, and I don't want to blank the Triumph logo just there, I'm going to pop it so it's facing directly downwards. Make sure it's straight and just give this a quick tighten up. Okay, before we do that, we need to put the vibration dampener just on there. You can put it on any way you like, really. It doesn't matter. It still do exactly the same job, but I'm going to have it so this point is pointing directly up towards the speedo. So there's a little like bolt within the thread just here. So I'm going to use that just to tighten it up on here, and that will locate on the locator plate at the back on the mount itself. Okay, you can see that moving around, but the actual bracket isn't moving at all. This is just the vibrating dampener working just there. So once that's done, we can go ahead and pop this just on. Again, make sure it's all straight. All good. So as you can see, the phone is now fitted on here. Let's see whether I can just put it on vertically. I can actually. Will it foul anything? No. So I've got the option of having my phone vertically, or where's the little that's gone? It's here somewhere. Or in horizontal landscape mode, which is my preferred. I just like it's clean, and I like to be able to see all of the dashboard on the bike as well, because I like to be able to see what's going on with my engine and stuff, as I'm sure most people would. Anyway, whilst it's on there, you can see it moves around a little, but that is just the vibration dampener. The actual bracket is solid as a rock and excellent. I can't wait to get out and test that, but that is a fantastic looking product. So I'm going to give that a little road test tomorrow or whenever it's not raining. We've had some rubbish weather the last few days, so yeah, I'm going to have a good little test of that, I think. Nice.
I got blessings falling on me. I got weapons, need no army. Stat like Tetris, you don't know me. Stat my fatty, you don't know me. Okay, hey now, it's a new kid on the playground. So many bags on me, you would've thought I was a spray ground. Now they know I don't play around. I can hear what you're saying now. I just doubled up my flight miles. Coast to coast, no they ain't in town. I get rich, watch, then I get a sick watch. Watch me hit the top, I might make a TikTok. Left hand, right hand. Catch the latest trend, I might double up my net.
Okay, so just to finish up, as you can see, it's a very, very effective product, basically, for my needs. Something that's nice and discreet, really easy to fit, and without loads of like arms and, you know, extenders and all that kind of stuff. It just places your quad lock system in a nice, convenient, easy to see location for your sat nav or your phone or whatever, for you sat nav on your phone, and you can still see all of the screens and all of the controls on the bike. For me, it is the perfect solution for what I need, basically, and versatile as well if I wish to use a power bank and charge my phone and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, if you don't have a Triumph bobber, all is not lost, because GG Components also produced this product for the Yamaha MT-07, the Triumph bobber, Triumph Bonneville, the Scrambler XE Triumph, the Triumph Street Scrambler, the Triumph Street Twin. They also do something or other for B-line stuff as well for the Triumph Trident 660. But you can also buy this mount here for the Triumph Trident 660, and also for a couple of different versions, different age ranges of the Trident 660. So if you haven't got a bobber, you are in luck. Anyway, it looks to be a fantastic product. I can't see why it wouldn't work fantastically out on the road. It's all nice and sturdy. I'm going to test it anyway over the next few days. But if you're looking for a simple solution for your quad lock on your Triumph bobber, check out GG Components. I'll put a little link down below in the video description. Job's a good one. Anyway, hope you found that helpful. And if you wouldn't mind, if you leave a comment down below, give us a like and make sure you subscribe whilst you're at it. Until next time.
Catch you later.
2 wheels, tell me riding free. Thanks for coming along with me. time living a dream. Mine's a latte with extra